It is Friday here on Good Things, so we've got Tanya in to talk about movies. I'm disappointed, Rhino, that you didn't give us the Minions theme song or something crazy like that.
Well, I was going to go with Sabotage, which is the song from the trailer of the new Minions Gru movie, but then I remembered the lyrics, and I didn't have time to edit out the cursing.
Well, that's the music they've been using for Thor, so you're just a week ahead, that's all.
You're just are they really? Okay,
Yeah.
so he's just a week ahead for that.
It goes perfectly with the trailer, too.
Oh, yeah.
So what's up this weekend, or what recap from last week?
We've got, the new Minions, The Rise of Gru. I saw it last night with my 13-year-old and my husband, and we all thought it was really cute. So, if you're looking for something animated, definitely go see it. But before I talk about that, the other new release this weekend is called Mr. Malcolm's List. And this one has the feel of like a Jane Austen book adaptation movie film. But it's actually based on a book not written by Jane Austen about a guy who has a list of what he thinks his wife should be and breaks off, a relationship with a girl because she didn't check every single box. And so the girl seeks revenge by making her best friend check all the boxes, make him fall in love with her, and then break his heart.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Why didn't I do that in high school?
Ultimate, like Sense and Sensibility with, a little bit of revenge.
But I feel like there's going to be a twist.
Oh, yeah. You could tell just by the trailer, but I think it's going to be fun, and I really tried to see it. They had some early showings today, and I really tried to go see one, but just couldn't make it work before I came in. But I will be seeing it this weekend. But yeah, so last night we went to see Minions. Now this is the sequel to Minions. So this one's Minions Rise of Gru. And it picks up about 7 years after the last one, which I believe was released in 2015. So it's kind of true to time. It's set in the 70s, so it's really fun to watch the looks, the cool clothes, the language, the hairdos, all of that. But young Gru, he's about 11, almost 12, a little bit of an outcast at school because, he's evil. And anyway, he is a super fan of a super villain group called the Vicious Six. And he finds out that the Vicious Six is looking for a new member. And so his day has come. He wants to go interview. He wants to be a part of this group. His interview does not go very well. So he comes up with a way, with the help of his minions, to get their attention and try to get a spot in their group. So it's really fun. You've got all the voices back. Steve Carell. And, he is so talented. It's like, okay, we've heard him as Gru in the Despicable Me movies. But he actually makes his voice younger, for a little kid version, which is really fun to watch. And then this one kind of brings us up to the beginning of Despicable Me. Like, we kind of get there on, his origin story, I guess. The last Minions movie was more about where the Minions came from.
I was just going to ask that. Like, how did Gru and the Minions get together? We have not followed I'm sure my daughter watches them at daycare or whatever. But.
Yeah, well, the Minions have been around all along, but they've accidentally killed their evil leaders through the years. Like, they're responsible for killing dinosaurs and, so on. And so they found themselves depressed because they had no leader to help, and then they find Gru, and when he's a little bitty, and so that's how they all meet up, and he brings them into his lair, and they build this evil empire together. So but anyway, the Minions are so cute. We've got a new one in this one, and I forgot his name, but he wears braces, and he's so cute. He's a little people pleaser, but and what I did not realize until this movie is there's one guy that does the voice of every single Minion.
Really?
Yes, he's like the director too, I believe. But that just blew my mind. I just never had picked up on that before. Another thing to know about this one is There is a bonus mid-credit scene, so you want to make sure you stick around for that, and that's kind of what leads us to the first Despicable Me movie. And then the opening, you want to get there on time because they do the opening credits like a James Bond movie, and it is so cute. I mean, just super cute. But yeah, so this one, I mean, it's really, honestly, more of the same. So, the same kind of pattern as the Despicable Me movies and the previous Minion movie. So if you like them, you're going to like this one. It's just a new story.
I'll have to say I haven't paid attention to the movies, but anytime that they're on and that she's watching them, I find myself gravitated towards it. Like, they're just so silly, but they're cute. And somehow they've created this way of sharing naughty behavior, but you still, I mean, it's funny and it's family friendly.
It's kind of harmless.
Yes.
They're bad, but it's kind of harmless. Yes. And and this one, also it's like, the Minions, to me, they're not quite as evil in this one. So I guess you see them get there, as their story progresses or whatever. So it kind of made me think of, the more recent Batman movie where you see a young version of Batman. So he doesn't quite have everything figured out yet, and that's kind of what we see in this. So, but it's super fun. So, there's so many animated movie options right now. And then we've got, more coming. So, if you've seen everything, definitely go see this one. I would definitely, if you only have the time to go see one, I would definitely choose this one over the
Toy Story.
Lightyear. This is definitely the better of the two. And the other thing is, we got a preview for a new Puss in Boots movie. And this movie is also a Universal production, so they borrow a little bit from the Shrek movies. How Puss in Boots has his big eyes to try to make you do whatever he wants you to do. Well, the Minions kind of do that in this movie too, which is really cute and fun. But anyway, so yeah, I definitely would recommend it, especially if you're a Minions fan.
And then next week is
Thor. And then the couple weeks after that, we've got Where the Crawdads Sing is coming on the 15th. And then in August is a big movie, Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. That one's coming out. And then September, we've got the new Avatar movie.
Oh,
so
finally?
Lots of big stuff coming.
How many years has it been?
Well, and every movie I've seen, every week, that's the trailer. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sick of seeing this trailer. I'm ready for it to come out.
And you've got a little bit longer. This week's last week's, I'm trying to remember. Last week was when Elvis came out. So I guess we hadn't had a weekend. We hadn't had another weekend, have we?
Right.
Okay. I was going to say, because it came out, it was tied with Top Gun, 30.5, 30.5.
Yeah. And then I think when all the dust settled, they decided Elvis may have edged out Top Gun a little bit. And I'm ready to go see Elvis again. I mean, it is so good. And last night I ran into a friend at the theater when we were going to see Minions, and she and her husband were going to see Elvis. And I'm like, oh, I hope you love it as much as I did. It's so good. And she was like, yeah, my husband saw it earlier today. He came home and got me, and he's about to watch it again. So
Jeff in Oxford said, love the Minions movies. Even the Minions virtual reality ride at Universal Studios was great.
Yeah, I got to ride that a few years ago, and it is fun.
That would be fun. We skipped out, and it's because we had never seen Avatar. When we went to Disney, my daughter that was almost 5 years ago. I can't do the math. She's not 15. She was 5 when we went. She's just going to be 10. And we hadn't seen Avatar then, so we didn't wait in the long line. It was the only thing we didn't have a park hopper, a pass, whatever you call the thing. And when we got back, I can't tell you how many people shamed us for not riding the whatever it is there in Animal Kingdom. And so then we saw the movie eventually and felt bad that we didn't make the ride. But that ride's supposed to be one of the best at Animal Kingdom at Disney.
Yeah, people
I
are
can't remember
going
the name
nuts
of it.
over it. Yeah.
They sell a green drink there, though.
Yeah.
It's delicious and refreshing.
Well, when I first saw Avatar, and I've only seen it once, I wasn't super excited about it. I didn't think it was as great as everybody else did, so I'm going to do a rewatch to prepare for the new one.
Well, you better pack snacks because it's a long movie too.
Yeah.
All right, so Minions it is this weekend. Everybody get out or go see Elvis. Give Mississippi a good old plug there at the box office, and we'll be waiting for Thor next week.
Yes.
And topless, hopefully. Stick with us. More up next.